Hello guys, Invictus Prime versus OneHive Genesis. Hold on a second. That's better. Sorry about that. No actual bees were harmed. I love bees. Let's look at the map. OneHive Genesis, sister clan to Alpha. They've got a YouTube channel, OneHive Gazette, aka Cash for Apps. Twitter, Discord, the lot. Looks like they match Pink Onslaught. Not sure if that's Red Onslaught's little sister. We're 4-0. Pretty good war. I would say they did bring it. They left the 111. Left a couple of 10s. We went, I think, 6 for 6 on dips, which is unlike us. But then I wasn't dipping this war. Shall we start? Let's start. Epic taking on OAS. I had a very busy weekend, so I've barely watched any of these, to be honest. So I'm going to watch them with you, as always. We got Suicide Hero beginning to this. King is doing all the tanking. And 30 loons. 2 free spells. Skelly looks like has its mark on the enemy queen. Very compact base. Bowlers. I see bowlers had this failed, but it didn't. So King is no longer with us. The queen has taken out a bit of the base. Now we get to see 30 loons come in. Didn't get an Inferno with the hero push. I think that's fine. Obviously it works out in the end, but this many loons, they get on top of that Inferno quite quickly. The sweeper was the main concern through the beginning of that. And the fact that his Skelly spell possibly missed the queen, or has just been dropped, but she seems to be handling the Skellies. Ends up being pretty clean this raid. Tons of loons left. The enemy queen did not go down. And she's probably going to take out quite a few pups before she meets her end. When does she meet her end? She must meet her end. 98%. She kills the hound. That's the end. Fairly short and sweet. This is Bisectatron himself. I downloaded Cash for Apps and didn't like it very much. Called this base. Said he wanted revenge for being sold false streams. 5 healers. This is going to be a bit of a queen charge. I pretty much scouted in this war, if you can call it that. Little time to plan equals spam fails. Queen charge going to push in, take out the enemy king. More importantly, looks like it's going to head up towards that Inferno tower and get a couple of Wizzy towers along the way. Only 15 loons. So looking to get some serious value from the loons that he is bringing. Wall breakers in, that will give access to the Inferno. Enemy queen. They had a mixture of CCs. I think there were some dragons, some baby dragons, a few hounds. Here comes the CC of death, which needed a heavy poison. Taking on the CC of death and the enemy queen at the same time is brave. 2 air defenses about to drop. And in comes the loon portion. Pretty good sort of angle cut into the base by the heroes. Loons have a nice counterclockwise sort of path, but they do have a sweeper to deal with, and they do have that Inferno tower and a couple of Wizzy towers to deal with. Big freeze, doesn't like the look of those skellies with the Wizzy, and he loses a ton of loons. Once the Inferno drops, that heal's going to pull these loons back into happy times. Not a lot left. OneHive had some pretty cool attacks. To be fair, I think Bisectatron put out a video with some live stuff. They had a really good 10v10. Quite sexy. I think it was OS who did it, if I'm not wrong. Here's Megatron, another queen charge. Their 10s were hard and not very heavy. I always wish these friendly wars showed the weight, even if it was non-monetary, so if it wasn't in gold or whatever. Just be interesting. I know you can click on it and search it, but it's much easier just to look at it when it's gone live. Can't be more than an 87k this. 85 maybe. Hound CC pulled. Got 1 and the second air defense is done. Enemy queen about to get a beat down after this hound. Does he save the ability? He's gonna need the ability. There it is. Enemy hound dead. Queen goes down. King's gonna get upset by all that, but she should live. King often does that. He starts hitting and then he walks away. Surgical loons all over from sort of 3 o'clock up to 12. Cleanup already down behind that. I think these are level 2 Infernos. Possibly level 3. The resolution on my screen is pretty poor. And I can't remember what they look like. So, scary moment. Pack of loons. Couple of defenses left. And everything on a Wizzy tower. And you just want a couple to survive. That last bomb nearly ends this raid. Probably had enough cleanup anyway with the queen still up. But 1 loon. Terrifying. I think I'll run 2 9s. That was the 10v10s. I said we did quite well on dips this war. I think we had to dip a 9, but we did it so that we could get some more scouts. Randomly pulls hogs. Nice. It's Queen and CC up near 9 o'clock. He's elected to come in from 6. Or at least funnel at 6. Those troll Teslas. Couple of golems down. It is a 3 golem. I expect to see some bowlers in the CC. Yet to drop his last golem. There it is. Here's the king. CC bowlers. Heroes are funneled perfectly into the core of the base. They should be able to reach 2/3 of it from where that jump spell has been placed. Does bowlers walk? He loses a couple to the outside. They're going to die to that troll Tesla. There's a rage, a second jump spell. The CC comes out. Poison down for that. Enemy queen is about to get beat on by the king. And for all he's pushed through 52% of the base, it's not finished yet because he's still got a bit of a Tesla farm happening. Wizzy towers are always a bit detrimental to Hog's health. And there are spring and bomb spots all over the place. Those little baby golems are still tanking. Hogs have dodged a spring. That cannon? That archer tower was on low health anyway. Like a minute of cleanup with not much to do it. So for all I make fun, because cash for apps is not my thing, OneHive Genesis put up a fantastic fight. I'm not sure where that puts their record. I would assume they are still in contention. Obviously, it's week 4 just gone, so it's super early in the season. And nothing has been decided yet. Fairly drama-free week from what I hear. Is Monday. Nothing dramatic from the weekend. I've seen very few results. Pulled another hog attack here from Rob. Fairly similar comp. The double jump. Are we going to see bowlers? We are going to see bowlers. His bowlers look like they're going to walk. Unless those wizzies get their asses in gear. There we go. Witch. 2 Witch CC. It was nice to see some actually really good bases, some refreshing use of CC in terms of not all hounds and dragons and shit like that. They did mix it up quite a lot. And we must have struggled with 9s enough that we dipped 1 to save some scouts. Bowlers are going to get through this whole base, pretty much. Queen doing damage behind that. Hogs will turn around and take out those skellies. I've waffled for 13 minutes. Quite a quick recap. OneHive Genesis, good luck in your future wars. I think we're in a bye week. So it could be a couple weeks. You might get some more goblin content. Until then, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.